Ayurveda and yoga are sister sciences. They have similar concepts like the five elements, the doshas. They have the similar ideas about meditation and chanting. And they also talk about the nadis, the meridians, and your metabolism. I will be also talking about tongue diagnosis, in which we will be discussing more about how Ayurveda and yoga works on tongue diagnosis. Namaste everyone, I am Dr. Rohit Borkar. I am a professional Ayurvedic doctor and I have been practicing for the last 20 years the concepts of Ayurveda and yoga. I will be giving live lectures on OYTT on about Ayurveda and yoga. These lectures will be taking care of the five elements that you already know of, how these five elements can be used in your daily life and in your eating habits and practices. We'll be also talking about digestion or Agni concept, in which we also understand it's not only about eating healthy, but it is also about metabolizing healthy. As you all know, the body, the mind and our soul, it plays a very important role to keep us happy and healthy. In this course, I'll be discussing about the history of Ayurveda and yoga. It is very important to understand where this science comes from. I'll be also talking about doshas, which are a part of Ayurvedic five elements, and how these doshas play a very important role in balancing your yoga practices, in which we will consider the mudras, the chants, the meditations, and the postures, how they can be useful for each type in a different way. Like for example, people who cannot relax their mind, singing meditation is very useful. People who have very fiery energy, for them a warrior exercises to release the fire would be very important. So these concepts will be taken under the concept of dosha practice. We will be talking about Agni, which is fire, and how fire is different for each one, and each one's fire or metabolism is different, and that's why some of us feel very hungry, whereas some of us are feeling not so hungry often. So we'll be discussing that why our metabolic fire plays a very important role in keeping us healthy. Further on, we'll be discussing about nadis. Nadis are the concept of yoga and Ayurveda, which means the meridians. So if your meridians are blocked, you will start feeling emotional, tired, lethargic. And if your meridians, the nadis, are very active, you will feel very hyper, a lot of adrenaline. So we will work on those concepts in which we can understand which postures are good for me, which meditations are good for me, chants are good for me. In Ayurveda and yoga, tongue diagnosis is given very much importance, like the tongue cleaning, the oil pulling. So tongue tells us how your system is, whether you have eaten correctly or you have eaten emotionally. If the tongue represents whiteness, it means your gut is not clean, further nourishing your body wrongly. So as discussed about all these topics, as a yoga student or a yoga teacher, you will benefit by understanding the deep knowledge, how this deep knowledge can be put into regular practice, and how these concepts, which we have only heard about, can be practically used. So definitely it will help you and your students, wherein your students will be guided by you for their diet, their lifestyle, and also help them to understand the concepts of yoga for a healthy well-being. With all these topics, I look forward to seeing you all soon.